paradise on earth. Hello seafarers, green lovers and adventure seekers, divers and shakers, business leaders and entrepreneurs. Welcome home to Cyprus. Since 1960, we've been the leading property developer in the Mediterranean, building trust, one luxury home at a time, driven by vision and passion, expertise and acumen, creating a superior quality of life, enabling people to find that perfect delight. We know location matters. We have the largest prime land bank in locations that make a difference, namely Paphos and Limassol of Cyprus, Athens, Crete, Paros and Santorini of Greece. Luxurious beachfront villas or coastal condominiums, hillside homes or townhouses with sea view, apartments or penthouses, we've got you covered. We give it the highest standards in design and quality. Our services begin from concept and plan and continue through to after-sales support. We even maintain and manage your property in top condition. Our bespoke rental property service offers completed and resale properties. Some of our major projects include Saudia City with 4,000 homes, Camares Village and Club with 1,500 villas, Costa Nopia, a luxury lifestyle centre spread across 65 hectares, Neapolis, a smart eco-city worth €2 billion spread over 1.1 million square meters, Limassol Del Mar, the most exciting project in the Mediterranean region, and our soon-to-be launched exclusive lifestyle properties, Limassol Blue Marine and Limassol Park, a group that's diverse in its offerings, hotels with 3,600 plus beds, shopping complexes, Neapolis University with more than 2,000 students, Iasis Hospital, improving the well-being of Paphos, 1,600 employees, offices spread across 75 countries, over 350 completed projects. Invest in real estate through our Cyprus investment program. Elegant living awaits you here. Come home to the Leptos Group. Come home to your dream. Fulfill your expectations. Dare to live the life you've always wanted. Step into the paradise on earth. Hello seafarers, green lovers and adventure seekers, divers and shakers, business leaders and entrepreneurs. Welcome home to Cyprus. Since 1960, we've been the leading property developer in the Mediterranean, building trust, one luxury home at a time, driven by vision and passion, expertise and acumen, creating a superior quality of life, enabling people to find that perfect delight. We know location matters. We have the largest prime land bank in locations that make a difference, namely Paphos and Limassol of Cyprus, Athens, Crete, Paros and Santorini of Greece. Luxurious beachfront villas or coastal condominiums, hillside homes or townhouses with sea view, apartments or penthouses, we've got you covered. We give it the highest standards in design and quality. Our services begin from concept and plan and continue through to after-sales support. We even maintain and manage your property in top condition. Our bespoke rental property service offers completed and resale properties. Some of our major projects include Saudia City with 4,000 homes, Camares Village and Club with 1,500 villas, Costa Nopia, a luxury lifestyle centre spread across 65 hectares, Neapolis, a smart eco-city worth €2 billion spread over 1.1 million square meters, Limassol Del Mar, the most exciting project in the Mediterranean region, and our soon-to-be launched exclusive lifestyle properties, Limassol Blue Marine and Limassol Park, a group that's diverse in its offerings, hotels with 3,600 plus beds, shopping complexes, Neapolis University with more than 2,000 students, Iasis Hospital, improving the well-being of Paphos, 1,600 employees, offices spread across 75 countries, over 350 completed projects. Invest in real estate through our Cyprus investment program. Elegant living awaits you here. Come home to the Leptos Group. Come home to your dream. Fulfill your expectations. Dare to live the life you've always wanted. Step into the paradise on earth. Hello seafarers, green lovers and adventure seekers, divers and shakers, business leaders and entrepreneurs. Welcome home to Cyprus. Since 1960, we've been the leading property developer in the Mediterranean, building trust, one luxury home at a time. Driven by vision and passion, expertise and acumen, creating a superior quality of life, enabling people to find that perfect delight. We know location matters. We have the largest prime land bank in locations that make a difference, namely Paphos and Limassol of Cyprus, Athens, Crete, Paros and Santorini of Greece. Luxurious beachfront villas or coastal condominiums, hillside homes or townhouses with sea view, apartments or penthouses, we've got you covered. We give it the highest standards in design and quality. Our services begin from concept and plan and continue through to after-sales support. We even maintain and manage your property in top condition. Our bespoke rental property service offers completed and resale properties. Some of our major projects include Saudia City with 4,000 homes, Camares Village and Club with 1,500 villas, Costa Nopia, a luxury lifestyle centre spread across 65 hectares, Neapolis, a smart eco-city worth 2 billion euros, spread over 1.1 million square meters. Limassol Del Mar, the most exciting project in the Mediterranean region, and our soon-to-be launched exclusive lifestyle properties, Limassol Blue Marine and Limassol Park, a group that's diverse in its offerings, hotels with 3,600 plus beds, shopping complexes, Neapolis University with more than 2,000 students, Iasis Hospital, improving the well-being of Paphos, 1,600 employees, offices spread across 75 countries, over 350 completed projects. Invest in real estate through our Cyprus investment program. Elegant living awaits you here. Come home to the Leptos Group. Come home to your dream. Fulfill your expectations. Dare to live the life you've always wanted. Step into the paradise on earth. Hello seafarers, green lovers and adventure seekers, divers and shakers, business leaders and entrepreneurs. Welcome home to Cyprus. Since 1960, we've been the leading property developer in the Mediterranean, building trust, one luxury home at a time. Driven by vision and passion, expertise and acumen, creating a superior quality of life, enabling people to find that perfect delight. We know location matters. We have the largest prime land bank in locations that make a difference. Namely, Paphos and Limassol of Cyprus, Athens, Crete, Paros and Santorini of Greece. Luxurious beachfront villas or coastal condominiums. Hillside homes or townhouses with sea view. Apartments or penthouses. We've got you covered. We give it the highest standards in design and quality. Our services begin from concept and plan and continue through to after-sales support. We even maintain and manage your property in top condition. Our bespoke rental property service offers completed and resale properties. Some of our major projects include Saudia City with 4,000 homes, Camares Village and Club with 1,500 villas, Costa Nopia, a luxury lifestyle centre spread across 65 hectares, Neopolis, a smart eco-city worth 2 billion euros spread over 1.1 million square meters, Limassol Del Mar, the most exciting project in the Mediterranean region, and our soon-to-be launched exclusive lifestyle properties, Limassol Blue Marine and Limassol Park, a group that's diverse in its offerings, hotels with 3,600 plus beds, shopping complexes, Neopolis University with more than 2,000 students, Iasis Hospital, improving the well-being of Paphos, 1,600 employees, offices spread across 75 countries, over 350 completed projects. Invest in real estate through our Cyprus investment program. Elegant living awaits you here. Come home to the Leptos Group. Come home to your dream.
Good afternoon to all of you. I'm Yanis. I'm representing Leptos Group of Companies. I would like to thank you all of you for joining our webinar. Next to me, Mr. Jade, our channel partner, which will explain you more detailing about how you can do business in Cyprus. Mr. Sajai, our head of marketing, he will introduce Cyprus to you. I think we are ready to start. It's already 5 minutes past 12 in Cyprus, 2:35 in India. So we are ready to start. Mr. Sajai, do you want to say something?
I'll kick off. Welcome, everyone. We have a lot of attendees, and I'm sure people will join up as we go through the presentation. I am, like most of you I see as attendees are Indians. So I'm your Indian link in Cyprus. I sit in Cyprus and I work for Leptos Estates. So we have a good team here, someone who can help you open the business. Yanis, who is a Cypriot, will guide you also in terms of how to go about it. And I'm here to link and help an Indian kind of open business and settle here. So we don't want to take more time. I'd like to introduce Leptos Estates quickly to you and then hand over to Yanis and Jade.
Okay, it's going to be a very short presentation, so we'll have time to discuss all the topics. You are free to make your questions. After the presentation, I will release the microphone to all of you, so you can make your questions to me, Mr. Sajai, or Mr. Jade. So, Mr. Jade, just to say good morning.
Good morning.
To our audience as well.
Yes, enjoying it.
Okay, let's start.
Wonderful. So,
Okay, so quickly I'll go through our group so that it gives you an idea of our size, our scale, and what all we do. We are a 60-year-old company. So we've been in operation for a very, very long time. As you can see, we're the #1 service exporter. We have 20 projects under construction. We have completed 350 projects. So that's a big amount of projects for both Cyprus and Greece. We are the only provider that helps you in Cyprus and Greece. We have 75 contacts for you, countries and sales offices. We have 1,500 people as employees within our group. We have sold to over 25,000 customers, and we have one of the largest land banks, which is 5 million square feet, which is huge. And by far, we're the largest group in Cyprus. Besides Leptos Estates, which is real estate, the group, because it's a group, we also have our own hotels in Cyprus and Greece. We have our own travel and tourism company. We have our own university in Cyprus. We have our own hospital in Cyprus. And we help you manage projects. We help you rent. We help you to make bespoke, residential, official, office, or retail spaces to your needs. So we're a big group. Once you join the group, you get benefits of across the group entities. As we said, we have offices across everywhere. And in India, we have offices in 3 cities, in Delhi, Bombay, and Bangalore. These are the other places we have offices, full-fledged offices, of course, in Cyprus, then London, Dubai, China, Russia, Kyiv, etc. These are some of the companies that, like we talked about, Mr. Michael Leptos started this group 60 years ago. Unfortunately, he died last year, but he left behind a big legacy. And the legacy is now carried on with his 2 sons, who've been part of the business for the last 20 years. Mr. George Leptos, who's a co-president and vice president of the Cyprus Chamber of Commerce, and Mr. Pantelis Leptos, who's also the honorary consul for Jamaica in Cyprus. So they're both eminent personalities in their own rights, and you can always Google them and see their CV and what all they've achieved in their last 20, 30 years in the operation. So I was saying, like, the group has a hotel under the brand Leptos Calypso Hotels. We are listed on the Cyprus Stock Exchange. There are 3, 4, and 5-star hotels and apartments, hotel rooms as you call them, all seafront locations. We have a full-fledged university, one of the highest, over 2,500 students, and we attract students from across the world. We have our own hospital, which is 37 beds, operation theater, doctors, medical equipment, etc. And again, people who are part of the Leptos family get benefits in the university and the hospital and the hotel. We have won many awards, and we also have our own, so you can see the European Property Awards every year, Design and Architectural Awards, Environmental Awards, you name it. In terms of awards, there's no shortage. We have plenty. As a group, we offer you all sorts of options: seafront properties, resort properties, hilltop properties, commercial, which means office and shops. And now we also offer you, help in opening up your own business. So whether you come here to, when you open a business, you need commercial space, you need residential space to buy or to rent, we are there to help you do that.
Thank you, Mr. Sanjay. From my side, I will introduce some key projects we have in Cyprus and Greece as well, because as Mr. Sanjay mentioned, we are the biggest developer in the island of Cyprus and Greece as well, and one of the biggest group of companies. We have a huge range of properties, as Mr. Sanjay said, from seafront villas, hilltop villas, custom villas, commercial area, residential apartments, resort properties. Starting from Paphos, I would like to introduce Paphos to you first of all. Paphos, it's one of the most desirable destination for to relocate in Europe. It's on the west side of Cyprus. It's a tourist destination which receiving between 2 to 3 million tourists per year, compared with the population which is 60,000 people. You can understand the numbers. We have one international airport in Paphos which connects Cyprus with Europe and Middle East. We have more than 50 flights per day with the biggest European countries. The weather, it's amazing. We have the Mediterranean digest here. The food is incredible. We have international schools as well, universities. It's a city that is growing very, very fast. Lately, Paphos was one of the European capital culture of Europe 2017. It's a very, very rich historically and archaeologically city with many things to do. It's not just a summer city or a winter. It's all over the year. The city is alive and giving options to the visitors. Starting with Paphos, I want to introduce you one of our seafront project in Paphos area. It's a seafront project in Paphos with 67 seafront villas, starting from 1 million euros, reaching the 5 million euros. Custom properties, the majority properties belong to investors, people that they invest in real estate. We have people that they're using the villas for their own leisure, for holiday place, and people that they are living permanently. Another project, this is a block of apartments, a resort project in the west part of Paphos, in Polis. There we have apartments starting from 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, and 3 bedroom maisonettes, less than 500 meters from the sea, in a very prime location. Prices there starting from 150,000, the 1 bedroom apartment, and reaching the 350, the townhouses. 50% of the project is already built and delivered, and now we are building the phase 2 and phase 3. Another major project which is in the center of the tourist area, Aphrodite Gardens. It's a mixed-use development with maisonettes, villas, apartments. More than 70% of the project, it's a green area. We're talking about a huge project of 33,000 square meters. We have 2 big swimming pools, tennis court, clubhouse, gym. One of the swimming pools is heated, so you can use it all over the year. We have 2 bedroom apartments, 3 bedroom penthouses, and villas. Prices there starting from 300,000. It's mainly the best. It's the #1 option for people that they're looking to get the residency because they are living in a community. The majority of the owners, they are living permanently. They are foreigners, so it's very easy, and the change from your country to Cyprus is coming very smooth because you're getting familiar with different nationalities. It's a live project, and it's in a walking distance to all amenities, schools, restaurants, bars, and to the beach. Prices there starting from 300,000. Another new seafront project that we launched lately, and we already sold 10 villas. It's called Harmonia Beach Villas. It's in the Paphos area. A huge project. As you can see, the majority of the villas, they are seafront. They are 4 bedroom, 5 and 6 bedroom villas, starting from 3 million euros. Belvedere Villas, it's located in Paphos, 500 meters from the beach on a mountain. So all the villas, they have amazing views. is next to International British School, less than 200 meters. There are detached villas, 2 bedrooms and 3 bedrooms, starting price from 350,000. Okay, another seafront project is called Camares Villas. It's on the west side of Paphos. We have more than 1,000 plots there, 600 villas already built next to our 5-star hotel. As you can see from the picture, this is one of our hotels next to the Coral Bay Beach, the most famous beach in Paphos. We have a huge range of properties there, starting from small bungalows and big 5 or 6 bedroom villas. Prices starting there from 600 to 700,000 euros. Another seafront project, it's Coral Seas, 73 detached villas, a project that is already built with a clubhouse, gym, a big communal swimming pool. The majority of the villas, they have their private swimming pool as well. 10 villas are facing the sea. Then they have second line, third line, and fourth line. Starting price for 650, 3 bedrooms villa, ready to move. Iasonas, next to Coral Seas, the same style, seafront villas with big swimming pools, open spaces, modern design, and the most important thing, they are built with the high quality products, so they will need very low cost of maintenance, low cost of heating, low cost of cooling the properties, because all of them, they are certificate A plus energy saver. Okay, another project that we are really proud of it's Camares Village. It's on the top of the mountain of Paphos, 5 kilometers from the main city, 10 minutes drive from the old town and all the beaches. There, we have more than 1,000 villas already built, custom villas designed according to the needs of the clients. And we have another 1,000 plots ready to build new houses there. It's a project for people that they're looking to relocate. We have more than 30 nationalities living permanently in Camares. There is a clubhouse, a restaurant, a tennis court, plus there is a small boutique hospital, part of Iasis hospital, which is giving 24/7 service to the residents of Camares. This is part of Camares. As you can see, this is the club, this is a tennis club, all used by the owners of Camares. Another project, which is the center of Paphos, Limnaria West Park, it's a place that you can move your business. It's like an open mall with a lot of shops, offices, and especially lately, something that we'll mention going on, Cyprus attracts a lot of business from all around the world for many, many reasons. So Limnaria is becoming one of the hotspots. We have a lot of clients buying shops there to open their business, to open their offices. Prices there start from 70,000 euros, which is extremely cheap compared with Cyprus standards. Another project similar with Aphrodite Garden, which I showed you before, this is Mangria. It's next to the Paphos airport. It's a project that it's mainly from investor or holiday makers. They can rent it very, very easy with a long, short-term rental. Starting price from 98,000, 1-bedroom apartment, ground floor with their own yard. They have a communal swimming pool. And as company, this is a very, very important selling point that we're taking your property from A to Z. What I mean, we maintain your property, we rent your property for you, and you just receiving your income every 6 months. So less headache for the investor. This is a new project that's coming up, a new huge development in Paphos. It's like a city in the city with 1,100,000 square meters. It's going to be the green city in Paphos. We will build a university. It's going to be a commercial and residential area. We already start now building on the south part of the project. We didn't start building yet, but we released offices. So we are tracking big companies from, especially from non-Europe, moving their headquarters here. Olympus Villas, it's a place 10 kilometers from the Paphos center with close to 250 plots, which we can build your house according to your needs. We have in-house architects, which they can sit with you and design the desired house for you and your family. Venus Garden, it's a ready project in Paphos area. As you can see, the majority of the project, they have sea views. So it's a pity living in an island and not have the view of the sea. It's a mixed-use development with maisonettes, villas, and apartments. Starting price there is from 300,000, a 3-bedroom bungalow. We have only few key-ready properties there because the majority are already sold. It's awarded twice as a multinational project, Venus Garden. We have already there 32 different nationalities living permanently in Venus, starting from India, Korea, China, North Europe, Africa, and America. A project that it's released right now, it's called Civitanideo Megaro. It's a project in the center of Paphos. It's mainly for big investors that they want to move their business in Cyprus. It's a ready. We are talking about 1,000 square meters covered area. So you can imagine how many people they can walk in that place. Fully licensed with title deeds. Moving from Paphos to Limassol. Limassol is becoming now the financial center of Cyprus. The new trend of Limassol is mainly the high-rise buildings. Let me starting with a project that we released last year, and we already sold the block A. It's called Blue Marine. It's next to the beach in the center of the tourist area, the heart of Limassol. There we have 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, and 3-bedroom apartments starting from 600,000. It's an extremely interested investment for people living abroad because the prices are running up. We start selling in Limassol with 550. Now we reach the 645, the cheapest apartment on 23rd floor. The apartment are getting less and less. So as you understand, according to the demand, the prices will grow very, very fast. It's like a 5-star hotel. Limassol del Mar, it's a project that we delivered lately. It was the first high-rise building in Limassol, 17 floors, block A, 27 floors, block C, 188 super luxury apartment, all of them facing the sea. It's the landmark of Limassol at the moment, in the center of the city. We already sold more than 95% of the properties. We are all end up with only few, exactly 12 properties at the moment, few penthouses and some corner apartments. We have investors from Middle East, from India, mainly, that they're investing in Del Mar. This is another project that we released in Limassol, next to the biggest casino in Mediterranean, the Dream City. It's a resort property with 8 blocks of apartments, close to 150 apartments, 2 bedrooms, 1-bedroom, and 3-bedroom apartments, starting price from 150,000, with 2 big swimming pools. The Surrey Villas, the same concept like Camares and Olympus, custom villas detached on the top of the mountain facing the sea. And now we are moving to Greece. We're mainly building in Crete. Crete, it's the biggest island of Greece, the most tourist attraction island, which they're receiving between 9 to 10 million tourists per year. Okay. We have a huge range of properties. I will pass it very quickly. So we are ending with the topic of our meeting, which is the business, how you can move your business in Cyprus. Another project we have in Paros, 1-bedroom and 2-bedroom apartment, which we offer as well rental guarantee to the investors. Okay, 10 reasons 10 reasons why to move your business to Cyprus. The Ministry of Finance and the Cyprus governments, before 10 days, they announced new incentive for foreigners to move to Cyprus with very, very fast, with support from the Cyprus government. First of all, the Cyprus government announced the fast track mechanism, which they can help you in less than a month to move your employees to Cyprus and get their working permit, and with a lot of incentive for the employees. The most important incentive for foreigners to move their headquarters in Cyprus. First of all, Cyprus has the lowest corporation tax in the European Union with 12.5%, zero on dividends. Mr. Jade will explain everything after me. Plus, all the foreigners employees, which they will get the permanent resident of Cyprus through their employer, they can move their families in Cyprus permanently. They have incentive on the tax. They have 50% tax reduction for the first 10 years, and we can extend it to 17. Cyprus, why Cyprus? Cyprus, it's on the East Mediterranean, between 3 big continents. So you can control your business from Cyprus, which you can operate in Europe, Africa, and Asia in one working day. You have easy access to European financial center like London, Berlin, or even Dubai, because you have only 4 hours flight from here, direct flights. But the most important thing for moving business in Cyprus is the tax incentives, which Mr. Jade will explain to all of you right now. Mr. Jade, if you want, you can share your screen if you want.
Thank you very much. I will go over a quick presentation to describe some benefits and advantages in this regard, mostly as moving a business to Cyprus. So technically, let me tell you that having a business in Cyprus is very interesting and very joyful for many reasons. I will explain some details, and I will also share my experience with you. Let me start by telling you that technically these are briefly the main, I would say, numbers. I usually like to start by the numbers to go straight to the point. So establishing a business in Cyprus could be at a very, very affordable cost. Of course, this depends on the type of the business. So, but there is no big capital injection needed as a requirement. Of course, it all depends on the type of the business, whether you are establishing a cafe or a hotel or a factory. But from an establishment cost to be able to register the business, it's very affordable. Of course, it would range depending on the case of the people or the company you are working with. But generally speaking, it's between 1,500 to 2,000 euros. The bank account opening also is between 500 to 1,000 on average, depending, of course, on how many accounts and the technical details of each company and all the details. The office rental could range on average, depending, of course, on the size of the office, and but for a small representative office, it would range between 500 to 1,000. Of course, for bigger offices and for premium locations, it would go up for sure, depending on what you are looking for. And we will discuss this in a while. So what you usually should look for when you are opening in a new country. As Yanis already mentioned, the VAT is, the income tax is 12.5%, which is the lowest in Europe, which is very attractive. The VAT is 19% to be paid quarterly. And you have the non-domiciled, which is you can pay 0 dividend tax for up to 17 years, which is something I would say it's very appealing and interesting to all investors in this regard. The legal fees, of course, depend on the legal firm you are dealing with, but the common average would range between 1,500 to 3,000 for standard businesses and I would say regular types of businesses opening in Cyprus. The audit fees would range between 800 to 2,000, of course, depending on the audit firm and the details and the amount of work they have to do, the transactions, and so on. The basic admin fees could be between 500 to 2,000 on a yearly basis if you have a company representing you here as secretarial work and representing you to do some things in case you are not available. And of course, this could be a monthly fee in case you have somebody in the office all the time. Of course, it depends on the profile and all the job description and so on. The cost of living in Cyprus, maybe it has nothing to do technically with the business itself, but I intended to put this because as happened with me, I didn't have the intention initially to live in Cyprus. So my intention technically was just to open the business and have access to Europe and all the benefits that I will describe in a few seconds about being in Cyprus. But then Cyprus is charming enough that it would attract you. So now I'm living in Cyprus, and I also got my family to live here with me. And it's been one of the most beautiful decisions that I've made in my life, because it has really a lot of attractions on not only on business level, but also on a personal level. So the cost of living here, in case you decide to live here, it's between 1,500 and 5,000 on a standard. Of course, this number would go up or down depending on the location you are living in. Of course, each area is different from the other, and if it's a prime location or not. Of course, as well as the standard of either your standard of living or the standard of the location you are living in. And of course, your family size. So for a couple, it's different than a big family or a medium family. So all of these together, if you put them, this would be the normal range to live here, which is, I would say, very affordable, and it's very common sense. To have a permanent residency in Cyprus, you would have to invest, in case you are looking for a permanent residency. Some people would like to invest and make some good returns without asking for the permanent residency. So it's not something that that is a must. But of course, it's better to, you can have two types of permanent residency, either to visit, then you would have to invest more than around 300,000 for a house. Okay, a good new house, and you are in the best place to get that house. So you have Leptos by your side. And or to establish or to invest that in a business. So you could be investing that permanent residency in a business, where you could invest this number either in the location itself. For example, if you are opening a factory, a restaurant, or whichever business you are thinking about, which could be in the assets, or even in different expenditures related to employment, related to different capital expenditures that you would get into the business. So this is, in brief summary, the numbers to get an idea what to expect opening a business in Cyprus. Now, the big question is, why Cyprus? So why would you choose Cyprus? There are really, I would say, more than 20 to 30 benefits, but for me, I would summarize the top 5 top points. One of them is the strategic location, being first very close to most of the MENA region and Africa and Europe. So it's really very strategic at different levels in terms of location. Even I would say traveling from here to, and Yanis already mentioned that, I can tell you that sometimes from one country to another, it could cost a lot, but from Cyprus to other countries, the cost is very affordable. Especially that you have the availability of 2 airports, and you have also low flight fares from Paphos, for example, through Ryanair, and as well. So like 1 week ago, I was in Paris for 34 euros. So you can imagine how affordable it is. But of course, it depends on the seasonality. It depends on many details. So again, location is very strategic. 2, and this is something I highly focus on, it's the pleasant weather. So you have really most of the year, I would say more than 2/3 of the year is sunny, so you can enjoy the beach after work, before work, during the day. You can go to the mountain, you can go hiking, because as you know, it's not only about business and investments. You have to enjoy wherever you are. So being in a pleasant weather, it really gets you more productive. For me, it's been a while. I go jogging every single morning, whether in the forest or on the beach. My energy would be so high to start working with full power and full energy. This is really very nice. You have a very diverse culture. You can have people from so many nationalities working around, and really this diverse culture is really nice and really pleasant to work with. And I would say most of the people are nice to deal with. And you have a balanced lifestyle, because you can work, you can have fun, you can do PR, you can, it's really joyful to do business from Cyprus and through Cyprus to the region. As we already mentioned before, you have the attractive tax system and the intellectual property regime. So in case you are, my advice to you, whenever you think of Cyprus, don't think of Cyprus as only one market to focus on, because logically speaking, Cyprus is a small market. It has opportunities, but it's not a huge market to explore. So I would say it's a huge hub for the region. So that's why whenever you are registering a business or relocating your business, it depends on case by case. We can discuss that. But it's definitely very important to think of the region and how you can reach the region through being in Cyprus, especially that. Yesterday I was watching also with Sita. They were mentioning that they achieved the highest internet speed in the region. So whether you are using Sita or Epic or other, I'm using also another one, and the speed of the internet. And so really it's very interesting, especially that most of the meetings are happening online after COVID. So it's very interesting to be in a place where you can feel a home. You can feel you are welcomed around different nationalities. You are working productively. You are enjoying your life. You are expanding to Europe and to different countries in the region. And as well, it's tagged as a foreign direct investment superstar, because it is really a superstar. I think it's a hidden jewel in the region until you come and explore. And of course, I encourage everyone to come visit us here, visit Leptos, check the properties that you were seeing in the presentation, because when you come for a weekend, you fall between brackets, you fall into the beauty of the country, and you would be really attracted to do business here and even to live here if you wish so. So of course, besides that, you have very good schools, you have very good hospitals, you have very good people, very good food, and a lot of attractions to explore, especially if you love nature. That would be one of the best things you can do in Cyprus. So I would go very briefly, of course, with us also how we can help you. So we have like 20 years of experience in developing strategies. So in case you are technically looking to open or to relocate a business here, we can help you in drafting very good strategies. And I will tell you in a second what technically we can help you, what kind of services. We've covered also like 14 countries in the region. Personally, I'm a certified management consultant, which is the highest level of management consulting, which means in case you need to really have a good strategy for your business, you need to work with qualified people in this regard. We have a lot of success stories achieved, and we also not only set strategies, but help in the implementation, and also do very meticulous follow-up to make sure that this strategy is being implemented. I will not go into details. I will leave this for your questions, but just to tell you that whenever you are technically opening in a new country, it's important to look at some things that we can also help you with, like a business assessment. So you need to make sure that your business is ready to operate in a new country. So you need to assess your business from different angles, like assessing your team, your financials, your workflow, your competition, and so on. You need to assess your market. It's always advisable especially for the people who are still wondering what to open in this country. So of course, a market study would help a lot to better understand even where to open. So is it better for you to open, for example, in Paphos or in Limassol, depending on your type of business? So this is not also a personal preference, but it's also based on a market study that would define, based on your business, what are the top attractions, what are the top market needs or gaps, what are the opportunities available, to be able to understand what is the best for your business and where it should be located to best optimize your performance in this regard. Of course, you need training and development, because when you open in a new country, you need to get ready to a new culture, to how this culture operates, and you need to get ready at many levels from this regard. And this is also something we can help with. In case you are looking for a bank loan or for investors also, which is something, banking in Cyprus is very good, and you can also use your banking facilities from your home country. But of course, they also require a business plan and a complete feasibility study to really see if your business has the potential in this country, and for you also to feel comfortable that you are making the right investment, not only based on good emotion and good passion, but also on good numbers and scientific data, and that really there is a potential for that business to happen. Of course, we can also help in the internal training academies, because sometimes when you open a new country, you need to standardize the info, and you have a lot of, in the beginning, maybe high employee turnover, so you cannot repeat the training and again. So you can have different a library of videos, of manuals, booklets, and so on. And as I mentioned before, also it's very important to have a team of experts to support in the implementation and the follow-up of the strategy, especially if you are an investor living abroad, if you are not always living in Cyprus, for example. So you need people to follow up and to report to you on what is going well, what is not going well, and how you could improve the operation. So of course, you can reach us at these numbers, and I will leave the floor for any potential questions or concerns that you have, that you can all together answer them.
I'd like to just add a few points for the Indian market, because a lot of people in the past have been asking about work permits and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So here's an opportunity. First of all, you can open any type of business. Please, I'll just give you a very quick summary of what the new thing is. You can open any kind of business. With Jade's help, you can open the business in 1 month. Two, the third point is you can bring your employees from anywhere in the world, including India. The employees will also get a work visa. The employee's spouse will also get a work visa. So for example, I come in to work in your company. My wife can work in another company. She doesn't have to work in the same company. She can work in any other related field. So, that's the good thing that is happening now. So first of all, you come in, open a business, takes 1 month. You can immediately rent a place, a commercial place and a residential place. We can help you to kind of rent. We can help you to we have products which you rent to buy. So, over time you can buy the property that you want. You can employ people from overseas, from any country you wish. They also will get a working residence visa. Their wife will also get a residence visa, and the wife or husband, depending on who we're talking about, is allowed to work in any field. So let's say, you are in an IT company, but your wife works in hospitality. She's allowed to work in hospitality. So this is very important to understand that a lot of things have changed for people to move into their business. And don't forget, when you open a business, like Jade mentioned, you access the European market. You know how difficult it is for accessing EU. You saw what happened in Brexit. Even UK is having difficulty in getting businesses across into the EU now. But you will be part of EU. So the whole European Union market is open to you when you set up base here. So this is really what I wanted to add to what we said.
Excellent. Yes, very, very good points. There was a question about appointing a nominee director. Technically speaking, it's always required to have the nominee director. So it's important to have somebody. So maybe you can appoint somebody in Cyprus, or you can appoint somebody from the board to do that role. But it is important to have somebody to represent the company and do all the technical and legal issues in that regard.
Okay. You are free to do your questions, all of you.
I would like to ask a question for the attendees. You can answer by yes or no if you want in the chat, but have you ever been to Cyprus?
Some of them, they already been to Cyprus.
Mm-hmm.
So they have their personal opinion.
Okay.
Okay.
A question here for free zone, Jade, for you. Do you have a free zone?
We can check those details. Okay, so most of the people probably have not been here yet. I highly advise that you come at least for a weekend or a week, and it would be great to see you all live. And because once you experience Cyprus and you visit Leptos offices, you will really get an idea about the locations. You will get the idea about the atmosphere, the weather, and all the charm that it has. It will be much better for you to shape your decision.
Okay, they are asking for farming business. Of course, they're allowed to do any business they want. There are no restriction about the business.
By the way, another important point to note as well is that there is a lot of, I would say, support, not only to the farming, but in many industries. There's a lot of support through the EU funding for the companies who are registered in Cyprus. So from time to time, you will get a lot of funding related to digital transformation, to developing your business, to having like different programs in this regard. So definitely, it's also very important to keep checking those, and of course, we always keep searching for these opportunities, as they could support a lot the businesses to grow in different ways.
There's one question, Yanis, for you to basically, can we get a property with one side beach and one side farmland? I'm into organic farming.
Okay, at the moment, we don't have properties that they have farm, but we are not selling, let's say, industrial land or farming land. We are selling residential land, but it's something that we can consider and give a solution to our client. We can discuss it that more personal to give the options to the client and discuss it further.
Yeah, because there are a lot of land banks that we have, plots, which you can then decide to open a farm there and also have your residence on the same plot of land. We have about 20 different plots available currently with licensing. And you can, let's say, build your own home and do your organic farming there, not a problem.
Perfect.
To take employees from India for the company, are there any criteria?
I think there are no specific criteria, but you have to keep in mind that the employment is always technically for like the priority, of course, is for the local Cypriot as a step one, and then as EU nationals for step 2. And now the quota, as Yanis was mentioning before, there are new incentives in this regard, but there is also always a quota to be respected. Like I would say not more than 1/3 of the employees have to be Cypriot or EU, and then you can go to other nationalities. So there are, of course, some, I would say, professions that are eligible or not. So these could be discussed on case-by-case basis because there's a lot of info in this area.
The minimum amount we need to invest in Cyprus, can we split the amount into residential and commercial property? Yes, you can. You can have a mix of residential and commercial. Ketan, we will send you the farmland options, which is plots basically, separately. We've noted your. Then there's one, Yanis. In both cases, we are eligible for PR? Yes, you are eligible for PR, but again, see, the PR is always available in Cyprus. That's the discussion today is not about becoming a PR of Cyprus. That option exists and always has existed. The new thing that we are bringing, or the Cyprus government is bringing to you, is how easy it is for you now to open a business. It is easy for you to open a business of any kind. It is easy for you to get employees from your own country. It is easy for your employee family, or rather wife or husband, to also work. That's the big difference that has happened between yesterday and today, let's say. How can we arrange a meeting with you, Mr. Yanis, in Cyprus? We can obviously do a Zoom meeting anytime you wish. And we can have a one-to-one with Jade and Yanis anytime that you want. Not a problem at all.
Okay, I think we have to, I will ask Mr. Tiev, which coming to Cyprus 6-7 of November, to send us his personal details here on the Zoom, and we'll contact him after the meeting to fix an appointment and help him get to Cyprus.
When will be open flights and border? Anything update? No, at the moment, there's no update on Cyprus opening up its borders, but looking at the moment in US, Canada, other countries in Europe, and even UK now, I think it's only a matter of a few weeks now.
Yes.
Is there any condition that there has to be a local partner?
No, technically, it's not mandatory to have a local partner. You can open alone.
Any other questions, ladies and gentlemen? Sure thing. It's Mrs. Tala from Beirut on WhatsApp. Thank you very much. Okay, Yani, you can note that down. In that case, one can have 100% stake, yes.
Of course, having a local partner helps a lot when it comes to technically, having more, I would say, I cannot say credibility, but it from a PR perspective, but it's not a requirement by law.
We have Tala Farhan's email. Okay, so that's fine. We have information from Beirut. Is it possible to set up a company in Cyprus without appointing a nominee director? I think that's already been answered.
Yeah, you have to have a director, so a nominee director, technically. This is where sometimes you can have a local partner to play that role, by the way.
Do Leptos have some pre-running business options in Cyprus which can acquire completely as an outsider? Yes, we have some options in Paphos and Limassol. So Rishi, again, give us your details, and We will send you running businesses that you can take, or available commercial properties, which you can immediately start off with.
Let me add one thing in this regard as well, especially when it comes to investing in real estate. Many people now are so much interested in Cyprus because of many reasons as well. One of them is because, after COVID, now you have a lot of businesses and tourists coming again. I wish I have now ready the graph of the forecasted people coming to Cyprus in the next 5 years, but the graph is increasing big time. So that's one thing, which means on another hand, for some people who don't wish to open technically a full-time productive business, they could be also interested in investing in, I would say, apartments or properties that have high potential for rent, because there's a lot of high potential for rent, for example, especially during most of the season. I would say more than, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but more than 200 to 300 days per year, there are potential to be rented through Airbnb and other marketplaces. So technically, you can make a very good return on those properties just by renting them out. And of course, through many investments that are happening now in Cyprus, especially also recently in Larnaca and so on, like the casino and the port and so on. So definitely the prices will be increasing, and also in Paphos with all the development that's happening now to rebuild and renovate the old town. So probably it will bring a lot more of tourists and a lot more of opportunities in increasing the prices. So this is also a very good important point to keep in mind.
What's the minimum investment required to be eligible for PR? 300,000. That's a separate discussion because it's nothing to do about opening business. What is the ROI one can expect from an Airbnb investment? Well, typically, I think it all depends. For example, before COVID in 2019, Cyprus got 4 million tourists, and it has a population of 1.2 million, so 4 times the population. So do the maths. It's as simple as that. I joined the video from the video IT service and opportunities. What is the scope? In fact, IT is a fast track industry that the government, in fact, wants this type of investment from IT. So you're in the right zone already.
Yeah, it's becoming, I cannot say the Silicon Valley of the area, but also the technology here and the past improvement of technology and the development, software, artificial intelligence, everything related to digital is also having a very, very good base here.
Are there any other questions, or you would like to talk to us separately, one-to-one with Jade and Yanis at another time, maybe next week, to ask your specific questions and what kind of industry you would like to open up business in, because each industry has its own challenges, and Jade would, of course, be the best person to assist you with that.
Thank you.
I think today it was generally a presentation to say Cyprus is open for business. That's a big heading that we wanted to give, and the rest let's do a one-to-one. What will be the minimum fund required to open an IT company to explore the business in Europe?
If you mean by fund as like the capital needed, there's no minimum capital. It's not required as a capital, but of course we go back to the expenses that we mentioned before. They are not big enough. So technically you can start from a couple of thousands to really start from here, and then you can also have access to different resources, whether Cypriot or non-Cypriot, to be operating. and working whether physically or remotely. So it's a good hub to be in. And by the way, there's a lot of networking events and global like regional conferences happening. Like last week, there was a regional conference also happening to foster more and more the digital world and the technology and all the industries related to it. Technically, you can find them online. If you search events in Cyprus, you will have a lot. If you want, if you share also with Sanjay and Yanis your emails, so I can send you also a list of upcoming events, but they are technically available online.
Yanis, I suggest you type your email in there so that people can send you their request directly.
Okay, you have all of you my email. So
Yes, Nagesh, we are sending you a mailer today to all the people who attended and did not attend. An email shot is going out to all regarding the 10 reasons why you should open a business in Cyprus. The chart that Yanis put up earlier, and that should reach you in the next hour or so. And any questions, you've got Yanis's email there. Please, and we are noting the emails that you people are putting on the screen, and we will, reach out to you.
okay. Thank you all for your time. And we'll keep sending you all the information about Cyprus to move your business here and what are the opportunities to invest as well. Thank you, Jade.
Yanis, there are a lot of emails there, so you could just grab them from here.
It's already saved all of them.
Okay. Fine, then. Thank you very much, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Have a great day, and looking forward to seeing you in Cyprus.
Of course. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.